The Transportation Safety Board is launching a national safety issue investigation into how fires on board vessels are handled. It's a result of a fire on board MV Holiday Island as the ferry was approaching Wood Island's P.E.I. 3 years ago this month. Passengers had to be removed from the vessel using an inflatable chute and small boats, and the vessel was eventually scrapped because it couldn't be repaired. I'm joined now by Jim Ryan, mayor of the town of Pictou. So the ferry run, of course, a big part of your community. First off, I wanted to get your reaction to the TSB launching a national investigation after that fire aboard the MV Holiday Island.
Well, I would expect that any incident like that was going to require an investigation of some kind. I did pay attention to the report when it was administered this morning. There seems to be a lot of talk about maybe a lack of communication and an understanding of who is responsible for safety procedures with respect to the ferries. So I think it's an important review to have undertaken. And I also think that the Transportation Safety Board report indicates that this isn't unique in the sense that in terms of understanding responsibilities, training, safety matters around fires on vessels.
Now, of course, the fire was not the only issue hampering ferry service this year. We've seen crossings canceled because of low tides, as well as problems with the visor on one of the ferries. What impacts are you seeing as a result of those canceled runs?
We haven't done any economic impact studies specific to ferries now or in the recent past. But I think anecdotally, businesses around town have noticed the difference when the ferry isn't running. And when visitors that would normally stop into our town, whether they be here to stay for a while or just passing through, when they're not here, they notice the difference. So it definitely is important, I think, that Transport Canada and Northumberland Ferries Limited do everything they can to ensure that this particular ferry service is reliable and safe and consistent in terms of its delivery of service. If people aren't comfortable with the idea that the ferry is going to be running, then they may choose to both enter and leave Prince Edward Island via the bridge. And that would be a definite disadvantage to us in the town of Pictou, where we are located, yeah.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to see done differently?
Well, I think they need to look at some of the proactive measures that can take place. I know we all realize we don't have control over the weather, so there are going to be weather-related situations, especially day to day, week to week. I know one of the challenges they're facing right now is the low tides, and it seems to be a little bit less about low tides and more about sand buildup or silt buildup in some of the entries to the harbor. So those are some of the things that perhaps could be looked at more proactively. Also, some of the maintenance issues on the ships themselves. We seem to hear on every couple of weeks at least of a technical issue with one ship or the other not able to dock properly, and significant inconveniences to those traveling on the ferries. So these can all add up and create uncertainty around the service.
Well, who do you think bears the most responsibility to restore that confidence in the ferry service?
Well, I think it's a shared responsibility. Obviously, I think Northumberland Ferries has a responsibility in terms of making sure the ships are running as they should, and that the proper care is taken in making sure that the mechanics of the ship are in working order. And however, Transport Canada oversees these ferry routes. So I think it's important that Transport Canada work with Northumberland Ferries and to ensure that these problems can be overcome. but also we're looking at an old ferry here. Even we were talking about the Holiday Island earlier, but the Confederation is starting to age as well, and we know that there is a ship on the drawing boards in Quebec to replace the Confederation. So I would certainly like to think that can be at least maintain its schedule now, or even pushed a little bit quicker to make sure that we can have confidence in the ferries, both ferries going forward. So I think everybody shares a little bit of responsibility, but they have to be forward looking too, and see that things are in good working order when it's time to operate.
Well, there's still a good chunk of the summer season left. Before I let you go, what are your hopes going forward?
Well, my hopes going forward is consistent operation of the ferries. The town of Pictou, as people who know it, we are just on the Nova Scotia side of the ferry. All traffic that comes off the ferry travels through the town of Pictou, and we are a tourist destination, whether it be for longer periods or just to stop by and have something to eat or visit our shops. So when you have 200 vehicles that would ordinarily cross the ferry and come through our town that are not doing that, even if it's for a couple of days, anecdotally, I know that our shops and our accommodations and our dining establishments are going to feel it. So we are certainly hoping that going forward that I think, and it will take some time, I think, for that consistency and that trust to be rebuilt by those who wish to travel on the ferry. The ferry's a lovely experience for those who might not have the opportunity in their own home areas to do it. So we are continue to hope that people will take advantage of that experience, and we need Transport Canada and Northumberland Ferries to help us do that.
All right. Well, Mayor Ryan, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it today.
Thank you, Amy.